Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Julian. I'm here to do my reaction video for season 2, episode 9 of Dawson's Creek. This time the title of the episode is The Election. And yeah, we are here. We're back after, like, it hasn't been that many days since I have watched the previous episode, which was the Reluctant Hero, which actually, I don't know, I sympathized a lot with Dawson on that episode. He was really sweet, I think. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm hopeful that we get a lot more Janiscenes and we, like, honestly get her a good friend. I mean, Joey is always there as a possibility of them being, like, good friends, but they seem like they are water and oil. You know, they don't mix under any circumstances. You know, Jen has tried, but Joey is very reluctant to try to be her friend. So, yeah, I mean, we're here, we're ready. I'm excited for what is going to happen this season. This is actually a long season, if I'm not wrong. Last season had only 13 episodes. This season has your regular 22. So we're not even halfway through the season, but hopefully today I can do some sort of binge. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a binge. Honestly, I do think I have the energy for 2 episodes. I don't know if I'm going to watch 3. I consider 3 a binge. I don't know how many of you guys consider a binge, but I'm going to try my best. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys continue supporting for more. So please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you love Dawson's Creek. Subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Uncut reaction always posted first on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, give it a heart. If you are on YouTube and you're watching this and it's pretty sure that the screen is all blurred out, that means that YouTube hates me. And like any version that I upload of Dawson's Creek, they just block it, okay? And they just don't release the claims. So what I do is post this same version on my Facebook, and you can watch it there for free, and it's without the blurry thing. You can comment there. If you're watching this on Facebook, let me know in the comment section down below. Give it a like, a heart. I don't know. You can react here, right? You can give it a different type of things here on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, please make sure to let me know, because I would like to know how many people are actually watching on Facebook, and if it's worth doing the extra work of uploading it to different sites. Anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and without further ado, let's just begin with season 2, episode 9 of Dawson's Creek. Here we go.
Hey, Dawson, no, I didn't hate it. Okay, I just thought that it was, I don't know, for lack of a better word, fluff.
Fluff.
So you were writing fan fiction now.
Fluff, Jen, my heart and soul went into that script.
Okay. Not everybody's going to like it, and you have to learn to take criticism. Come on. It's his script. Yeah, now I get it.
Listen, look, your script is good. Okay, it's funny and it's timely and it's smart and it's well written. It's just lacking relevance for today's society. And
oh, okay.
I mean, you go out of your way to comment on teen life, and then you end up saying very little about it.
Okay. I think that is very constructive type of criticism. She's not saying, hey, you suck, and like not giving him any explanations. She's just giving her honest opinion, and I think we should appreciate her for that. I know that Dawson will, but like he's throwing a tantrum right now because it's Dawson, and like he is an only child. So
just that raw, dark pain that comes with being young.
I'm raw and dark.
That's a joke? No, you're a comedian now.
Okay, in theory,
what?
maybe. In
what
maybe.
theory?
All I'm saying is that you just lack the proof and facts to back that up.
What do I need to prove the fact that I'm raw and dark? What, I need to like take a gun to school?
No.
What exactly?
No, that is violence, and that is psychologically being a psycho. No, raw and dark. You know who's raw and dark? Jen herself. You know, she goes through shit. you go through shit as well, granted, but the only, like, very dramatic thing that has happened in his life is the fact that his parents are splitting up right now. So, if he can turn what he feels into words, maybe that'll help.
Let me explain. This is important. See, student council elections are right around the corner, and I was thinking I could make a lot of positive changes as sophomore class president. And a really great presidential candidate needs a really great running mate. And that's where you come in.
What? No,
Really,
forget it.
Look,
I don't think she
we'll
would
get
like
Friday,
that.
But I don't want to screw up your chances, trust me. I gotta go.
Honestly, I like that Andy thought of her. You know, she actually looked it up. She's very good, and like, I like this because, like, one of the things that this show kind of lacks of is the female friendships, positive female friendships, you know?
School politics looks great on college applications.
Who's your running mate gonna be?
Still working on that one. But you're gonna be my campaign manager.
Damn.
Yes. Because I wouldn't want us to miss out on our oodles of quality time.
You're doing it, whatever she says. Come on.
Dawson, in order to write about being a teenager, you actually need to experience being one.
Well, that is true.
Next week, I promise.
Life is composed of moments, just like your script, and you have to take those moments as they come, impulsively.
Okay? Then let's do it.
Really?
Yeah, let's cut impulse. Let's go. Come on.
All right.
You lead.
Oh my god, Dawson! Of course he's not behind. He's so silly. Dawson's gonna walk on them. Oh, he will. It's kind of weird, right?
Preferably a couple without yesterday's special rotting on them.
So why'd you bring me to this dive?
Because
Dive.
we have to discuss strategy in private, and you can always count on this place to be deserted.
Why does he have to be like
The
that?
service here is even worse than the food.
I mean, besides, this is your chance to make a difference, for your talents to rise.
This
to the
bitch is gonna say
occasion.
something.
Don't limit yourself,
evil.
Joe. You're a born leader.
Yes, she is. Shut
You're
up!
like born loser. You actually think that you'd have any chance running against me? Get real. You throw the trash out. You don't vote it in.
Abby, back off.
Why?
Yeah,
The truth
back
hurts.
off.
Well, if you want to embarrass yourself and your entire family even further than nature intended, by all means, throw your amazing girl next door quality into the ring.
Why does this girl has to be like this? Like, what is the necessity? Why does she feel like she is incredibly insecure, right? Since she projects all of this anger towards everyone every time she feels the least threatened about anything. You know, this is just bullshit. Is Joy going to throw that water at her? Please do it.
Hey, what's one more disappointment in an already meager, depressing existence?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're dead.
Really, I want to see how. That was amazing.
Tell Andy I'm in.
Okay, good.
You want me to steal something?
I'm not talking Grand Theft Auto here. I'm just talking Snickers bar.
Why will you do
Dawson,
that?
Every kid does it at least once.
Well, that's true though. I did stall candy thing that I really wanted and had absolutely no money for it because I had to save for the school bus. So, while my friends were there, I did kind of sneak and took one. Yeah. Wasn't my proudest moment. Didn't do it again because I felt like crap. I felt like everyone was watching me. And it was just like the one candy bar. But yeah, I did do it. I was in high school, I think.
Dawson, you actually did it. Oh my god, I didn't think you were capable.
That makes two of us.
God, don't you just feel so...
He didn't do it, didn't?
Yeah. On this amazing natural high.
All right, hand it over.
Nah, I'm the one who risked incarceration. I get to keep it.
He didn't do it.
Oh my god, you put it back. You put it back, huh?
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I like my perspective on life, regardless of how middle-aged it might be.
Okay, but how are you going to reach your audience with that perspective? There's a reason that we
Well.
go from infancy to old age. Think about that.
Well, that is true. I don't think he's gonna achieve it through stealing, but she's absolutely true, though. She's absolutely right. He does have to, like, if you want to write about, like, teenage love, you kind of have to have some point, right? I mean, if you want to write about, I don't know, well, space rockets and things like that, they still, even if you write about that, you still do have to have a background story, something that is grounded in reality, right? On how things can work. Even in Star Wars, you know, it's not just about, like, shooting lasers and, like, you know, it has a meaning behind it, and I think he should understand that. There is no necessarily you have to experience walking on Mars to kind of, like, write something about an astronaut, but like an astronaut walking on Mars or something like that. But you have to have, like, the intent and the passion and the, you know, and do the research and all of that to be able to do it in a realistic way where people will connect with it. Right now, he's just telling it for his very own, very limited perspective, you know. And as a writer, I think you should be able to, you know, look outside of that.
Look, this all comes down to one simple question. Who do you want to run your class? Us, the geeks, or little Miss Perky and the convict's daughter?
That is so not a relevant issue,
Yeah.
Abby.
You would say that considering no one here knows your background. Just to bring everybody up to speed on an issue that is relevant, Andy McPhee, your prospective president,
What are you-
has
what-
a mother that's about one shock treatment away from a permanent residence in the loony bin.
That is just so disgusting. That is so disgusting. Abby, how can you be this disgusting?
Whatever. We have hard evidence that Andy's mother was responsible for the death of Andy's older brother in a car crash less than a year ago. So, the fact
How disgusting is this person? How disgusting can she be? Oh my god.
of the matter is, Mommy McPhee is a whacked out nut, and we all know that mental illness is hereditary.
Yeah, where
So,
did your comes
do
from?
the math.
Abby, that's quite enough.
Well, now you decide to stop
Hey, I was
her.
just trying to ascertain the truth for the safety of my fellow students.
You bitch.
Andy?
That is so disgusting. How that is so disgusting. Like, you are so disgusting, Abby. Like, bringing up like her mental stability, her mother's mental stability, the fact that her brother died, to use it against her for like, are you serious? How disgusting can Abby be? How more disgusting can she be? I swear to God.
I haven't seen her since the debate.
Great.
Is there anything I can do to help?
My family situation is complicated, Joey, all right? It's just not something I feel comfortable talking about, so I'll see you later.
No, Jack, don't push me away, okay? I want to help. Look, I've been through something like this with my own family, and I understand.
All right, don't you get it? I didn't want to talk to you before, and I don't now.
It's okay.
God.
It's okay. You know, right now, this is, don't take it too personally, Joey.
Come on, let's get you out of here, Andy.
That was such a disgusting thing for her to do.
Everybody knows about my mom and about Tim.
And there's nothing wrong about that.
Go out there in the hall. I mean, everybody's gonna look at me and they're all gonna laugh.
Why will
No
they
one's gonna
laugh?
at you, Andy. Everybody comes from a dysfunctional family. It's the 90s.
I think she's just trying to avoid this. Dealing with this, talking about
I really hate.
It's okay. You have to let it out some way, like in some way, you know.
I think maybe it's time you went back on your medication. Might make things a little easier for you and for everyone.
She was also a mess.
I said I'm alright, okay? I just had a rough day.
But yeah,
That's
she
all.
did. I just had a rough day.
I don't need any medication.
She is allowed. Everyone is allowed to have a bad day. And after what happened today, I mean, it is normal for her to be upset. It will not be normal if she was like brushing it off, you know? Well, it will be nice for them to actually say what type of medication or her, you know, or her actually diagnosis, you know.
No doubt. What did you have in mind?
Drop your pants.
What?
Skinny dipping.
Well, I just mean that you can't very well go skinny dipping with your clothes on.
Skinny dipping? You have any idea how cold the water is?
Oh, well, I mean, if you're too embarrassed about...
I'm not embarrassed. I'm just... You think I want to do it, don't you?
No.
Well, I'm not going in alone.
Okay.
Dawson, come on in. The water's great.
I mean, why not?
Dawson, is that a tree branch or are you just happy to see me?
Spy it. Turn around.
All right, I am.
Okay. Here I come.
You know, what's the deal here? I mean, why are you slumming as vice president for this guy when you were so obviously the brains behind this campaign?
You turn it on.
Not a little secret there, sport. I'm just using that walking penis for his popularity. And ultimately, I'll destroy him, just like I destroyed your little girlfriend. It's just so easy. And victory's so
I'm
much
glad.
sweeter when you have to walk on top of other people to get it.
I'm glad everybody's hearing that. I'm glad. I think Basie's doing a great job.
I'm gonna rule this school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I'm so stupid that I didn't know when I pressed this button on this little thing that your annoying nasal whine was broadcast over this entire school.
Exactly.
Oh, no, God, wait a minute. No, it's exactly what I meant to do. Sorry, my bad. Who's yours, pal?
Yeah. Good. Good. I'm glad. I don't feel the least like bad about Abby. Absolutely not. Like she was like we have seen her disgusting behavior, but what she did today, well, on this episode I mean, not today, but like, you know, it was just, it was beyond cruel, man. Well, this, you know, this type of pills, they don't work miraculously, you know? I mean, I don't know what type of medicine she's taking. But she's allowed to feel sad, you know?
So now, do I have a self-aware adult reaction to it, or should I allow myself to feel the hurt and the shock that a kid in my position would feel?
Allow yourself to be that.
You know, I mean, should I? What should win here, my head or my heart, my emotions or my brain? What'll win out?
What always wins out, Dawson?
Aww. It's okay. Aww. I feel so bad for him. It's okay.
Thanks for being here.
Okay, guys, so that was the end of season 2, episode 9 of Dawson's Creek. And it was election day. Andy wanted to run for class president. And she goes in, I feel, you know, which is honestly this idea of us, of society. that we have about politics and how dirty they are, how disgusting they are, and how, you know, it is about like power and all of that. It's just so wrong when it shouldn't be, right? So I think that Andy goes in, you know, thinking very naively that, hey, better ideas, you know, better propositions, better things will just help me win. Like, people are going to realize you can, you know, stoop so low to win something, right? So she goes in very naively to just present her opinions and really doesn't think about the fact that Abby is... Honestly, I really didn't saw it coming. Like, I know who Abby is. You know, we know who Abby is. We know how destructive she can be. We have seen it with her friendship with Jen. We know what a disgusting human being she can be. But I feel like on this episode, she reached a new low, which I didn't thought it was possible to hate a character on this show as much as I hate Abby. Like, she went in digging for dirt on her opponents. So she uses like the fact that Joey's dad is locked up. That's one thing that she uses. Joey really brushes it off because this is something that is being told to her many times, and it's been quite a while now since her dad was in prison. So kind of like she doesn't really pay attention to it. It shouldn't be like that, but, you know, it kind of has gotten to a point where she just rolls her eyes and continues with her life and doesn't let that affect her, right? But then she goes and talks about Andy and about Andy's family dynamic, the fact that Andy's mom is not mentally stable, the fact that her brother died in an accident that might have been caused by her own mother. She brings out the fact that some mental disorders are hereditary, so she might as well have it, right? And she goes this low. I don't understand how is it that the school allowed her to bully Andy like this and not take her out of it, because there has to be a limit. You know, you have to teach these young minds the limits, even if it's politics, right? That you're not gonna do such a thing, because if you're not teaching them that, then why are they even there, right? So the teacher was like, after she said and revealed all of the things about Andy, he was like, okay, enough. She didn't have anything else to say, but like then he was like, enough. And I was like, really, that's all you're gonna do? And she continues to do that and continues to put up that information out there, something that both Jack and Andy had every right to keep it as a secret in private if they wanted to. There is absolutely no need for them to divulge that their brother died in a car accident, that their mom is, you know, not mentally stable. That is something that is extremely private. If they wanted to share or not, it should have been their decision, but it wasn't, right? And through this storyline, we find out that Andy also suffers from, they kind of implied I love when I can't pronounce a word and I say it 1,000 times and it sounds exactly the same for me. But anyways, but they implied that she might be bipolar, because Jack said, or maybe have some sort of personality disorder, right? Borderline disorder or something like that, where there is sudden mood change, right? Those are the most common ones that they use on media, right? So the fact that he said, you know, one day you are, or at one moment you are laughing and the next moment you're crying. But let's just point it out that Andy had absolutely every single right to break, okay, to cry, to feel upset, okay? Her behavior was nothing different from anyone else who actually, you know, is a bit more naive, is a bit more sensitive than some other people. Like, I will be a mess if something like that happened to me, right? But then, and Jack, of course, thinking about his sister, he's like, maybe you should go back on your meds. And I just want to say, from my experience with meds, you know, for mood changes and things like that, that I take, that my mom takes, that even Josh takes, they don't work like this. It's not like you take it one day and then the next day you are all perfect and it worked out and like that is completely fine. It is not. It takes months before your body actually responds to the medicine. Sometimes they have to adjust the medicine because they might make you too sleepy or too hyper or whatever, and they have to adjust the dosage, and they have to adjust all of it, you know, or change it completely for whatever reason. So it's not just like I'm gonna pop 2 pills. It's not like my back is hurting, I'm gonna take a pill and it's going to stop hurting. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it takes a bit, unless when it's a treatment, right? When you have a treatment, because some other medicine, like, you know, sleeping medicine and things like that, they work on the day you take it. Hours later, like minutes later, you can be like sound sleep. But for mood changes and things like that, you have to be consistent, and in the first time you take them, it does take a bit to actually, for you to actually see the results. Sometimes you get worse before you get better as well. So it's very difficult. It's not as just taking 2 pills and that's it. It's not like if you had a headache and you take a pill and that it will go away. And usually medication goes side by side with therapy, right? It's not only medication, it is also therapy. So I am glad that they're touching about, you know, this subject, but hopefully if they're gonna do it, they do it in a really good way where you actually see some development and like you actually maybe understand, and they say and they talk about like what really is going on with Andy and why, you know, she is, you know, taking this medicine, and how is it that she's supposed to take it is something that she can take on and off. I don't think it's a good thing to take it on and off unless, you know, the doctor actually recommended that. But usually when it is, you know, a type of mental illness, you do have to take it for a very, very long time. So, yeah. Anyways, what else happened on the episode? Well, the election, which was the main thing. And then we, of course, have, this is the second episode, I think, where Dawson has behaved in a very normal way, I feel, you know. Yes, he is his normal self-aware self, and he's aware of that because he's self-aware, but the thing is that what is his, like, the thing is that he wrote his script, Jen read it, and Jen had some criticism, which is like, you can't, like, you very much, you know, behave like a middle-aged man, and like you are telling the story of these characters who are supposed to be teenagers, but you don't even act like a teenager, and you're a teenager, you know. So she makes him do things that he's not comfortable with, and like, you know, things that are awkward for him, things that he will have never thought of doing, things that most people at his age do. You know, and she allows him to, you know, see it for himself. I like that she didn't necessarily push him. She was nudging him in the right direction, but she didn't push him into him making like this wild thing, you know, because he has to go through that. But I like her support. I really also like the fact that she pulled back on the kiss, you know, and she was like, no, actually, dude, like, I want to be your friends. If I want to different result for all of this, I gotta try something different. And being boyfriend and girlfriend might not do that, you know. So she decided not to carry on, even though she has been teasing him and all of that and pointing to it. But she this time decided that, okay, no, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna go there. It's not gonna happen. So no. Which is, I think it's great. You know, I think that they should build a friendship. I wish that the friendship could be between the girls, you know, and for them to become really good friends, you know, Andy, Joey, and Jen. But sadly, they are not giving us that. They're giving us more of a friendship between Dawson and Jen, and I have no problems, actually, about it. We'll like the female friendships, but understandably so, this was made in the 90s, so I don't think that happening anytime soon. But yeah, anyways. What was I saying? About, yeah, female friendships. I won that for Jen. But I love that Jen was actually there for him now that Dawson is actually going through something very traumatic, which is like the divorce of his parents, which he has every right to be upset. He was like, I don't think he was being naive by thinking, he was hopeful that his parents were going to be able to work things out. And he was like, nah, like he was kind of like in denial. He knew that it was a possibility, but he wanted to believe that it was not going to happen, that they were actually going to figure out how to stay together. And when he saw them hooking up, he was like, okay, they're back together. And he kind of like got all happy. And I honestly don't blame him, you know. We adults are, you know, very weird in the way we handle our shit as well. So that kind of confused him, but you know, I'm glad that the parents were honest with him, and so he can, you know, begin to heal because about this, you know. So yeah, I was actually, you know, very moved and touched by what happened with Dawson on this episode. But yeah, anyways, like the episode. I do not like Abby. I think she's a piece of shit. That's what I think about her. She's just evil, disgusting, cruel. I don't like that girl. But yeah, I really did enjoy the episode, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. So please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Uncut reaction always posted first on Patreon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys like it. And for now, that's about it. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you guys next time for more reaction videos for Dawson's Creek. That's it. Mwah. Bye, guys.